welcome to today's edition of the Mouse Bites. Now, the Mouse Bites are your latest Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, and Universal Orlando news. Now, today I have huge news about what your Walt Disney World resort vacation could look like here within the next couple of weeks or so. Now, the Walt Disney World Resort officially opens with the hotels beginning on June 22nd. And those guests are going to have some unique experiences that may trickle over to when the parks officially do open on July 11th. So these things may still be in place. But as of right now, for sure, guests who are visiting in that time period between June 22nd and July 11th, these guests are definitely going to experience these things. So let's get to what you need to know. So first things first, there's general resort hotel knowledge. Now, before you even travel to the state of Florida, if you are traveling, you're going to need to make sure that travel is allowed from the state that you are visiting from. You'll want to visit themouseforless.com. There's a link that you can go to find out which states are still under quarantine orders. It's very important. If you're under a quarantine order, you will not be able to enter the Walt Disney World Resort. Secondly, if you know somebody who has experienced COVID symptoms, you have COVID symptoms, or just anything kind of similar to that, you're going to need to also have made sure you've completed your 14-day quarantine. And if you are under quarantine orders for those reasons, you're also not going to be able to enter the Walt Disney World Resort. So let's just keep that in mind. Now, Disney does suggest that you check everybody's temperature prior to heading to the resort to make sure that no one has a fever of 100.4 degrees or higher. Now, in order to visit a resort hotel, you'll need one of two things. You'll need to have either a confirmed room reservation or a confirmed dining reservation for those guests not staying overnight. Face coverings are also required for guests ages 2 and up, which must be worn in all public areas, except while swimming or seated at a dining location. When the theme parks open, in order to enter a theme park, both a park reservation and valid admission for the same park on the same day is required. Now, you have to keep in mind that a Disney Resort hotel reservation does not guarantee a guest theme park access. Now, what's going to happen upon check-in? So when you check in, you can use the online check-in service. That's highly suggested that you use that in advance. When your room is ready, you'll get a room ready notification, which will let you know that you can go ahead. It will tell you what room you're in and everything like that. You can then use your Magic Band or the My Disney Experience app digital key feature to enter your room. You will not need to stop at the front desk unless you have any questions or anything like that. On your scheduled checkout day, you're going to be automatically checked out of your room, so you're not going to need to stop at the front desk then either, unless, of course, you have a question about your room charges. So that's the only time when you're going to need to maybe head to the front desk. Now, as far as rooms are concerned, cleaning is, of course, going to be done thoroughly prior to your arrival, and your room will be serviced during your stay. Additional attention will be paid to high-touch areas like TV remotes and door handles, which I'm glad to hear that they're going to be finally touching TV remotes. That's a big plus. Housekeeping tools will be cleaned between rooms. Floors will be steam cleaned and vacuumed in between guests. Guests will find that they're in their rooms that the extra linens and towels will be wrapped in single-use packaging. There will also be individually wrapped glassware, double-cased pillows, and additional items that have been cleaned and wrapped in single-use packaging. Now, during a guest stay, rooms will receive light cleaning service every other day, and that'll include removal of trash and used towels, replenishment of towels and other amenities used throughout the room and the bathroom, wiping and cleaning of the vanity and counter surfaces, and vacuuming if needed. Now, they don't say anything about making beds. This is partially, I think, because DVC resorts are the first to open up, and they don't actually get beds being made when you stay at a DVC resort, except for, I think, after 3 days. So I'm not entirely sure if they're not going to make any beds or anything like that during your stay. So just stay tuned. We'll have more information as we learn it. Guests can choose to decline the every other day service if they would like. Now, in addition, at the resort hotels, high traffic areas such as public elevators, escalators, handrails, benches, tables, handles, restrooms, and more are going to be cleaned at an increased pace. As far as parking is concerned and transportation, Disney's Magical Express will still be available and will remain complimentary for those arriving from Orlando International Airport. For those who drove to the Walt Disney World Resort, self-parking will be available. Parking fees, however, unfortunately, are still going to apply. Valet service is temporarily unavailable, with the exception for guests who have disabilities. Prior to theme park opening, guests staying at a Walt Disney World hotel are going to be able to utilize bus transportation to and from Disney Springs. And then when the parks do reopen, transportation will take you from the resort hotel to the theme parks. Now, keep in mind, transportation is going to operate with physical distancing measures in place, which may mean that there's a reduction in capacity, which may mean it may take longer for you to get on a bus to go where you're going. Unfortunately, minivan service will not be available during this initial reopening phase. Now, resort services, there's a number of resort services that are not going to be available for guests. Those will include things like bell services. They will deliver luggage to rooms but will not escort guests. Club level services are going to be temporarily unavailable. Deliveries will only be made to occupied rooms. In-room salvations will not be available. Dry cleaning and valet laundry services will be temporarily unavailable as well. However, self-service laundry will remain available. Shipping services are also going to remain temporarily unavailable, and sometimes resort airline check-in may be temporarily unavailable. Now, as far as amenities are concerned, feature pools are going to remain open. However, they may have reduced hours. Leisure pools will remain open for 24 hours a day. Now, pools will operate with reduced capacity and physical distancing. In addition, unfortunately, those guests staying at Disney's Yacht and Beach Club resorts are not going to be able to utilize Stormalong Bay for the time being. These guests can enjoy the pools at Disney's Beach Club villas. Fitness centers will remain open in alignment with state and county regulations and may have reduced hours. In addition, arcades, campfires, dog parks, the electrical water pageant, marina rentals, pin training, playgrounds, spas, salons, and the Voodoo Boppity Boutique will not be available for guests. As well, fireworks voyages, tasting cruises, and the Pirates and Pals fireworks voyage are not available. Fun runs, Wonderland Tea Party at Park Fair, hula lessons, in-room childcare services, mermaid school, and special classes and programs will also not be available. I know that's a lot, and if you missed anything, make sure you check out the Mouse for Less, our news section, to read up on everything that is going to be taking place at the resorts. All right, now let's move to the dining section of what is going to be available and what is not. So, again, guests are going to need to wear face masks while entering and exiting dining establishments, but they can be removed while eating and drinking. In addition, during the reopening period, many dining experiences may be modified or unavailable in order to promote cleanliness and physical distancing. For those looking to dine in a Walt Disney World Resort hotel, again, you're going to need to have that confirmed reservation. You will not be allowed into the resort and just be able to see if you can dine, so make sure you have that reservation. When guests visit a Walt Disney World restaurant moving forward, they will notice, of course, enhanced cleaning in high traffic areas. For those eating at quick service restaurants, guests will find menus will be available on signage. At table service restaurants, you'll have the ability to scan a QR code with your mobile device and access a digital menu. In addition, items like beverages that were previously self-service will instead be served by cast members. Now, for those who are fans of character meals, I do have some bad news. Unfortunately, character dining will not be offered initially. However, there is going to be one kind of character dining experience. You're not going to be able to meet the characters per se, but you will be able to see characters at Topolino's Terrace. They have like this little fun show that you can catch. Now, additional changes to Walt Disney World dining experiences include that dinner shows will not be available during the initial reopening. Restaurants, of course, will be in limited capacity. Private dining and in-room delivery will not be offered. Mobile order is recommended at quick service dining locations. Now, when it's time to pay for your meal, guests should choose cashless payment options like debit cards, credit cards, Disney gift cards, magic bands, etc. And as a reminder, Disney Dining Plan has officially been canceled for the temporary time being. So, again, I told you it was a lot of news today. A lot of stuff that I know you're going to want to talk about. So make sure you let us know your thoughts in the comments. We really want to know what you think about these updated temporary. I like to stress the fact that these are temporary things that are going to be happening. They're not going to be full-time. This is not how things are going to work all the time after everything is said and done. So temporary. So just let us know in the comments what you think. Anyway, Our sponsor is the Magic for Less Travel. Make sure if you're looking to book a Walt Disney World vacation or Universal or any of the other places that you can go, make sure you click to get that free no obligation quote. They will be happy to assist you. Also, make sure you're following along with the Mouse for Less on all of our social sites. So you've got Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Pinterest. I actually will be at the Walt Disney World Resort this weekend. That's right, I'm headed down there. I'm going to go to Disney Springs for you all so you can kind of see what's going on at Disney Springs, how social distancing is working, things like that. I'm also planning on potentially going to City Walk to see how things are working there as well. So make sure you follow along with our social media so you get up-to-date photos and information about what's going on. All right, that's going to do it for all the news that I have for you today. We will see you all the next time on the Mouse Bites. Have a great day, everyone.